If you smell what the veal is cooking. Man, welcome to another episode of Spill. Oh, you can't do it. You can't do the eyebrow.
Yeah. Oh. It turns Jenny into Dwayne The Rock Johnson right there.
Listen here, jabroni. I want you to make a left on Know Your Role Boulevard, take a right on Jabroni Drive, and check yourself into the Smackdown Hotel. You smell what the veal is cooking, baby. Man, what's going on, Blake? What's going
The
on?
veal is cooking up a lot of things. It's Thunder over Louisville weekend. We've got a Karter Knox commit, possible another commit. And we got Wayne freaking Blackshear on the show today, baby.
Man,
let's go.
We got Wayne Blackshear, baby. Man, let's go, man. Let's go. Big game.
Wayne. Big game
go.
Wayne.
Yes. Big game Wayne in the building, my brother, man. So excited. So glad that he could come on the show. The fans are super excited to hear from him. They eager to hear from him. He's a big shot maker. I got a chance. I was overseas checking him out, man. Champion. He's a champion. Put some respect on his name. Doing big stuff with the NIL. He's a winner. You know, he knows what it takes to win. The fans, hey, they appreciate. Like once a Card, you're always a Cardinal, especially when you bring a championship to the city. And when you put that jersey on, man, hey, you're something special. So, man, thank you.
Yeah, this three interview stretch that we had going with Chris Smith last week. We got Wayne this week, and then this next one we got is tune in for our next one.
Yeah, you gotta tune in. Y'all better have y'all bifocals on, man. You better turn them things on Zoom.
Somebody you haven't seen in a while.
Hey, a long while, man. But we go, but we talk about Wayne right now, man. We get Wayne his shot, but we got some stuff coming up. But yeah, man, we doing it. We doing big things over here at Spilling the Veal, man. We a big old deal. What can I say? I don't know. We a big old deal. It was really great catching up with Wayne this past interview, and he'll definitely. Hopefully, we can get him on more during the course of the season, later on in the season, and make him a repeat guest, man, for sure.
Yeah, I have to get through a couple of internet issues with TJ a little bit. Sorry for that. There's a little bit of internet. Yeah. He maybe have to throw down with the internet provider, but hey, we've been good.
Well, that was the first time that actually happened during the interview. So we've had internet problems and different connection issues during our regular show, but that was the first time it ever happened during the interview. I was so mad. I couldn't believe it was going on, but I mean, that's what happens sometimes when you're dealing with these systems. You know, you gotta go holler at your internet provider. You gotta blow their hair back, and you gotta be like, man, hey, I got Wayne freaking Blackshear on an interview, and you're messing up the sauce, brethren. Like, get it together.
Gotta let them know.
Come on, brother. Brother. But yeah, man, shout out everybody, man. And we got more great interviews coming up. But everybody that comes on the show and has came on the show to talk to us, speak with us, we truly appreciate it, and the fans truly appreciate it. And yeah, man, it shows a testament to what we're doing out with, Blake putting in the work, doing editing and everything. What we're doing here as a company, Spilling the Veal, a business, a company. It shows a testament to what we're doing, and people are seeing the work come to fruition. So, man, hey, shout out everybody, man, showing that love.
Let's get into shout out Derek A. Stewart for the Cardinal flyover right here that we're about to get into. This is quickly turning into one of my favorite parts of the show. I'm hearing a lot of people think it's their favorite part because we're getting a little bit outside of the basketball world, Terrence. And you seem like a guy that you're strictly ball and video games. And I'm basically the same way. I'm just, I like a bunch of different sports. I try to see all right, let's see what we can get him with today. And it's just so, especially if we go like Zach Bryan, can't believe you never heard of the guy. I guess some people, there might be a little bit of a cultural difference, I guess, but I guess some people are finally figuring out who he is.
Nah, man. Apparently I wasn't the only one, man. Listen, we got a lot of feedback on the Zach R. Bryan thing, man. Look, I still researched. I got up to speed on what's going on. Apparently, hey, this guy's a big deal around here. It's a big deal around here. Yeah, so like I said, country music never. I listen to some, but that's not what I'm hopping in. I'm hopping in. I'm putting this, hey, some Rick Ross, some Meek Millie. If y'all know, hey, I'm from Cali. Look, I'm from Cali, so we got a whole different genre of music going on out there, man. I'm from Sacramento. If y'all don't know, Northern California. Hey, we was always E40. We let E40 Too Short. A lot of y'all don't know who Mac Dre is. A lot of y'all, it's these different type of guys, man. But I had to broaden my music horizon, okay? All right. So I gotta get into with everything that's going on around. So hey, whether it come to country music, whether it come to some pop culture, I man, tell me what you want, what you really want. So tell me what you hey, listen, I know what's going on out here, man. I was a huge JoJo fan, by the way, man. I just like JoJo
Man,
music.
we're covering music. Mr. Roger kicked it off with Mr. Rogers last week. We're just
Yeah, we all over the place, man. Hey, but music is my one of my things that I do in my pastime. I indulge in music, more so R&B. You got your Avants, your Jodeci. Man, I'm getting into all that, but I like I like music as a whole, man. But Revival is now in my top favorite songs right now, so it's in my top of my
okay.
album. So,
Okay.
hey, you won me over. Hey, Zach R. Bryant, whichever ever one you are, you won me over. Okay. So shout out to
Uh,
him, man.
Number one on the Cardinal flyover. This is a big one. Shout out Shane Behannon. He's joined the draft pool for the big three. Let's go, Shane.
Shout out Shane, my brother, man. I almost jumped out my seat when I seen that, man. This is good for him. This is something I see him getting picked up and actually coming in and making an impact. He's a great, play. He's a great one-on-one player, great player, and he's gonna go out there and he's gonna help these teams get some wins. But it's just fun, he goes out there. You ain't got to run up and down the court, get paid. Shea still got it, man. He still got gas in the tank, still strong. He looks the same from when he was in college. I mean, still built same type of motor, same type of attitude, just loves to go out there and play, man. So uh yeah, Shane is the man. That's my guy. He has a great spirit. Hey, shout out Shane, man. Hey, whoever picks you up is gonna be lucky, man. I'm super happy for you, big fella.
Yeah, he's gonna be playing with a lot of top talent. I mean, Joe
Mhm,
Johnson played in it last year. Montrez, obviously. Earl
mhm.
Clark played in it.
Oh,
Dwight
wow.
Howard. So there's a lot of top competition.
I think you can go to the big three. It's a really great time to go in, get your money and play, but it's still low impact. Still low impact, but it's fun. You still get to see what some of your favorite guys that you used to watch back in the day, see what they still have in the tank, man. So shout out all my former Cardinals that have been able to play in the big three. Earl Montrez, that we got
Jalen
Shane.
Johnson, he was
Jalen.
also a former Cardinal. He played in it last year. These
Mm,
games, you can tell. I mean, you
yeah.
people looking at it as like, all right, it's a bunch of older guys
Mm,
playing, but dude,
yeah.
you see Mike Beasley, like last year,
Like,
Mike Beasley and Earl. I remember Beasley was chipping at Earl, and Earl wasn't
yeah.
saying much. Like
Yeah.
Beasley hit a shot on him and did a little dance, and then Earl pulled up right in his face, hit it right after that, and Earl did the dance right in his front of his face. So it was
Right,
like
right,
you
right.
just see him chipping back and forth. And Jalen Johnson, I know he was chipping at quite a few people last year in the big three and getting at it. So love the competitive
Yeah.
fire.
Yeah, shout out all of those guys, man. Shout out Mike Beasley. He's definitely been putting on for the big three, man. They might need to give him a little pay raise, man, because I
Yeah,
feel like
he's bringing eyes.
he bring a lot of eyes, man, because he just with the social media presence. But like I said, I like seeing Earl out there. Earl not gonna back down. He's not as vocal as some of these guys, but he just gonna talk with his game. So shout out Ice Cube, shout out the Big Three, Shout out Shane, man. But I'm gonna be watching for sure.
Number 2 on the Cardinal flyover, which I didn't know this was actually a rule. The NCAA has eliminated the 1 and 4-year foreign tour restriction. Programs can now travel overseas annually, effective immediately, a major shift in college sports per Jeff Goodman. And some things that that includes is um, you are now able to go on every single year if you'd like instead of once every 4 years. You can go to 10 summer practice sessions and several exhibition games against local teams in places like Europe, and these tours offer really good it's just a good team bonding
Mm,
experience. You're going
mm,
learning about a bunch of different cultures, so
yeah.
I think this will be really cool to see if Louisville really explores that option.
No, I think we should. It gives these guys a opportunity to just experience what it feels like to play basketball outside of America. How the people respond. We're in Louisville, the fans love us, but when you go other places, they don't know who you are exactly. They just appreciate you for coming over there and and playing and competing. They'll figure who you are. Some of them don't speak English, but they just appreciate you even being there. And this will be good, for us to go out, compete on another level, just as far as atmosphere wise. I remember they went to the Bahamas that one year, and I was so mad. I'm like, man, I wish I could have been there. I've never been to the Bahamas, and when we start traveling and stuff like that. So I think this is a great experience. So it was once every 4 years. Now it's
Mhm.
once every year.
Yep.
Man, I feel like we need to take advantage of that and see what that is.
Number 3 on the Cardinal flyover, we're getting into MLB baseball right here. It was
Okay.
Jackie Robinson Day yesterday in the MLB. Everybody's wearing number 42 to honor Jackie.
Mhm.
And for the Los Angeles Dodgers, Louisville has a guy, Dalton Rushing. We've got 2 catchers, Fresh Prince of
Mhm.
Bel-Air, Will Smith, he plays for the Dodgers, and his backup catcher, he's the DH right now, Dalton Rushing. Came up last night, bases loaded, grand slam. Grand slam,
Let's go,
Jackie
let's
Robinson
go.
Day in front of the world. I think
Yeah,
let's see, he had Shohei was on the bump, so I mean, it's pretty. If you give Shohei some runs, you're probably gonna win probably a good amount. They ended up winning
okay.
8-2. Cardinal Will Smith went 1 for 5. He caught, and then Dalton Rushing went 2 for 4, 4 RBIs after that grand slam. Did strike out a couple times, but hey, it's
Mhm.
8-2 win, and you hit a grand slam on Jackie Robinson Day. Let's go.
Man, 8-2 win. That eight, hey, baseball 8-2. Right, that's good. That's a good day right there. Shout out Jackie Robinson, man, legend. Put it. Hey, everybody know what's going on with Jackie, man. Especially his jerseys, man. His jerseys is legendary. Especially if you throw it on with the right fit, get your hat, right Jackie jersey, the right MLB cap, man. Hey, you gonna do it up, man. But hey, what a day to come out and perform, man. Yeah, so shout out him, and shout out the cars, man. Shout out what we doing out there, man.
With over 300 homes sold in the last 5 years, Derek A. Stewart is a trusted expert. Whether you're buying or selling, Derek gets results.
Guys, we gotta take a look at this bathroom.
Oh man, I definitely gotta check this.
Look, Blake, even TJ can fit in the shower.
Big shower for a big guy.
Contact him today and experience the difference.
Okay, Derek, I love everything that I've seen so far. There's only one thing that's missing. Where's the basketball goal at?
Come on, TJ. You know I'll take care of you.
Derek, I think you just need to stick to selling houses.
Big wins equals big moves.
If you're looking to buy or sell in Louisville, you already know.
When you're ready to buy or sell, you know the person to call. Derek A. Stewart. Derek Sells Louisville.
First guy that we'll get to who recently committed, Karter Knox. He was a former 5-star recruit. He was down to Arkansas and Louisville coming out of high school in the first place and went to Arkansas for a couple years. And now he's coming to Louisville for his junior season. Last year, he played in 22 games, started 18 of those. He had a little bit of a knee injury. He averaged 8 points, 4.5 rebounds, shot 46% and almost 38% from three. And then his freshman season, especially when it came to tournament time, it seemed like he was hitting his groove, especially on the defensive side. He had a really good showing in the tournament his freshman season. He averaged 8 points, 3 rebounds, and he shot 35% from three and then 46% from the field again. And his freshman season, he played 24 minutes a game. This past season, he played about 23 minutes. But I mean, Arkansas team, they were absolutely loaded. He's a guy that it seems like if you need him to just go in and play the 3-and-D role, he can go play that to a really good ability. If you need somebody to slash and get you some buckets and get you a stop, he can definitely do that as well. He's a perfect prototypical NBA small forward, really. I mean, 6'6", 220, real long, strong.
Man.
So he's something I think we can definitely use.
I mean, yeah. I mean, we getting a Calipari guy, you know. I mean, say what you want about Coach Calipari, man. I feel like he is a great coach to me. You know, I know he was technically an op, but it's not, you know, I feel like he's more of a player's coach, but he's still no nonsense. And he picks his guys correctly. You know, he knows what he's looking for. He knows talent. So, like I said, it's pretty tough for him to play in a program system like that because they're stacked. So it'll be a good opportunity, great opportunity for him to come over here. Like you said, 3-and-D guy. That's something that we need. We need more versatility, and I feel like this is really the path that we're going. We're getting guys that can do that aren't just one dimensional. You know,
Yeah.
all right. If you want, we need you to be a shooter, you can be that. But also, you're interchangeable. You know, we can have you run a little bit of point guard, play some and still play defense. You know, we can't just have you out there just shooting, not playing no defense. If you're not hitting your threes, what value are you to the team? It's not going to help us be successful. So you have to have other intangibles that, okay, this is not my shooting day. Okay, I can still play defense. I can go get some assists. I can get some rebounds. I can impact the game in other areas. So I like what we're doing.
He was kept under wraps until the day before, like the night before. It's like, hey, Karter Knox is visiting tomorrow, and everybody's like, "Oh, what? Is this real?"
Yeah.
And then he ends up committing. It's like, okay, that's nice.
Yeah, and that's good. We got him, but it's like, hey, we keep on just letting everybody know this is who we're going. And we did keep him under wraps though. So, and I think we got the point. You know, after a couple of guys that we let slip through the cracks. So, yeah, that I like how we're more stealth with it. We're going to lock in our team, the guy, and players want to play for Coach Pat Kelsey. You know, they want to play for him. They want to come with his combination and with the University of Louisville and with a few dollars, probably with a good bag. Those three things that'll help. Okay, so all that culminating to one. Like I said, I'm really happy about him, and yeah, as long as everybody comes in ready to play, ready to give it their all, I think we're going to have a great, successful season. And we're building our depth. We need to be as deep as possible. That's the main focus. Okay, we don't know who's going to be that guy on the team and who's going to be just lead the way. But things happen during course of a season, so just the next guy has to be ready to step up. And I just want to make sure we have a deep bench. We can get deep. We can go down the line, and anybody can come in and play anytime. And yeah, we got great culture, and these guys come in with great attitudes. And so far, I feel like we're building a really strong, solid roster for that.
Yeah, I mean, Karter Knox being extremely versatile, he is exactly that. He started 42 of his 58 games at Arkansas. He can guard he can guard 3 different positions. And talk about we don't have a guy right now. If we were to get John Blackwell, who the staff went and visited out in California yesterday, that would be our guy on offense right there. He was top 3 in the portal. He averaged almost 20 points and 5 rebounds, shot 43%, and he shot almost 40% from 3 as a freshman. He shot 45.5% from 3. So this guy, we talked about him last time. Like, if you need points, you're not going to stop this guy. He is as reliable on the offensive side as it can get. In the tournament game, even though they lost, he had 22 points and 10 rebounds. I mean, he's a guy that I think the whole season he only scored in less than 10 points. 1, 2, 3, 5 times in the entire season, and those were right at the 10-point mark. So put the ball on the court, this guy is going to get you at least 13 points on a night-to-night basis.
Yeah, I see he has great offensive IQ, but he has grit. Plays defense, and he can dribble, he can shoot, pull up. He has a lot to his game. I'll get to see these guys a lot closer, how they intertwine and play with each other. Because you get a guy, okay, he's a scorer and he likes to score. Sometimes that's good, but you got to know when to pull back. All right, maybe I'm not scoring as much. I don't want to shoot us out the game. Okay, I got to know how to pick my spots and get in where I fit in. You want to see how guys play within the flow of the offense, not just trying to go out there and get it unless, hey, sometimes it's the last few couple minutes, ain't no flow. We just need you to go get a bucket. Just go, but just reading those situations. But like I said, we're building strong guards, and I feel like we're going after guys that can actually go get you a bucket. Just go get you a bucket or make something happen. Create something strong guys with great IQ that know how to play with their bigs, that know how to make those pitch passes to those wings, get back on defense. We struggled a lot with transition defense. That's something that we're, hopefully we can get that together. Rebounding, we didn't do that bad. Just guarding a little bit more. Blow-bys. It was a lot of blow-bys last year. So hopefully we can correct some of those. And we still had actually a pretty good season with all those mistakes, all those intangibles, the things that didn't go well. I mean,
if it comes down to money, I don't think Louisville is going to have any issue giving them. It's like basically, hey, whatever these other teams are giving you, we'll raise it. Like whatever it takes to get you here, we will get you here. And I think they're going to do everything that they possibly can to show that you're going to flourish in this system. Look what we did last year. You're going to fit in perfectly with what we're trying to do. And you put him next to Shellstad. I mean, you put him in this lineup of Shellstad. Knox is more than likely going to be a starter, and then Flory. And allegedly, Shellstad, Blackwell, and Flory all have a connection. So that's 3 guys right there that, even though they're coming from the transfer portal, they've already got a bond and want to win for each other.
Yeah. And that's what you want. Everything else will take care of itself. Guys, if y'all hear this, y'all gonna get y'all money. It's gonna come. Just go out there and win and represent. You're gonna get all the perks that comes with that. Just go out there and stay healthy. Make sure you're working on your game, eating the right things, and getting to know each other. As soon as everybody lands on campus and everybody gets in, guys got to be like when I first got on campus, we were hanging out. We were all just, if it would be video games, we'll go play some, ping pong. We'll go get some food. We were just always, now when you're on a team, we all don't hang out, but you might have your certain couple of 2 or 3 guys that you hang out with, but
kind of like clicked up, kind of
clicked up. You clicked up like.
But not like a bad click. Not everybody's like separated.
Not like that. Not like that. But off time, like, all right, because it used to be, it might be one day it might be me and Jerry. We going to go to Qdoba. Okay, we going to kick it, hang out. All right. Then I go kick it with George one day. All right, now we're gonna go, me and Samardo. All right, me and Samardo go hang out. We're gonna go to go to the gym or something, do something productive. You got certain guys, Preston on a video game. He playing Nintendo 64 or something. he don't bother him. Hey, Preston, I gonna lie, Preston had his.
He was an old school 64 back then.
Man, he used to be playing like GoldenEye and all type of random. We all playing PlayStation. This one PlayStation.
Next time we have him on, we'll definitely have some video game talk. That's for sure.
Yeah. That was. Yeah, me and Preston would kick that. I would say probably me. Between me and Reggie was the only ones that probably could even go in his room because he wasn't letting.
That's what he talked about. That's what he said on here.
Yeah, he didn't let everybody in his room, but if you could get in there, you were special, man. But yeah, man. hey, you just never know. You never know. Everybody had their own program, but we still found time. If we didn't kick it anywhere else, where we're gonna hang. We're all gonna hang out as a team in that locker room. We all gonna be in that locker room, putting on our clothes, getting ready for practice, and that was the bonding of all bondsness because we in there clowning, talking, Matt. We're challenged. Everything is just challenge. Oh, I bet you're
Yeah.
not gonna get this many deflections. You're not gonna kill in practice. Oh, you're
That's
not
what
gonna
great
let.
yeah, that's what great teams and great players do. It's like everything Michael Jordan was pitching coins
Yeah,
with the security guard who can make it closer to the wall. Like,
right.
you've gotta have great teams, and you guys were great teams. You've gotta have that different
Yeah.
level of competition.
Oh yeah, we compete on every single thing. I'm talking about everything. Who gonna get their homework done fastest, man?
Might not be
Just
right. Who gets done first?
yeah, who gets their work done first? Uh, just so many things, but it still brought us closer, and that's why when we get back on, because we remember a lot of just laughter and good times, man. We never got mad at each other. We just competed. So if we're getting angry, it's because we're just competing and we want to be better. But that's still my brother at the end of the day. We're going to war for each other. And yeah, man, building that bond of chemistry, it's the best part and the most important part, when you're out there.
Another big rumored name that the Ville is after, Alvaro Fulggeras from Iowa. I wouldn't really consider this a pivot from Paulus Morauskas, which he still hasn't announced a commitment to. It was
Yeah.
alleged that he was following his coach to Arizona State, and nothing still came out yet. But this Alvaro guy, he can play the 4 and 5 if need so. He flourished a lot with Iowa in their late run in March Madness this year. He made some really key buckets. He was dunking on some people, getting the crowd fired up. So, he seems like even though he didn't have the numbers that Paulus did, this guy seems like he's a really good fit to play the 4 and 5 if need be.
Oh yeah, man, for sure. I really like the Paulus kid that we're going after. Still a solid kid. Still a solid man. I should say kid. Still a solid man that we're going after.
From
But
Spain. Yeah, he's
from
from Spain,
Spain.
though. Yeah. He started his career at Robert Morris, and then he transferred to Iowa last year. He played almost 21 minutes a game, and he only
Mm,
started one game the entire year. So it seems like if he wants to, like, if he needs to come off the bench, if he's wanting to win, like, he
yeah.
has no problem coming off the bench. He's
Hmm.
6'10", 230. He can stretch the floor. He can play
Hmm.
in the paint if need be. So, this would be a really, really solid addition.
The more big guys that we have, athletic bigs that we have, rim protectors, will be fine. Just as long as he's a dog. We want dogs though.
Yeah.
Okay. So we don't want you coming over here just lollygagging. If you're gonna come over here, just play hard, bruh. That's all I said. Just play hard and leave it on the floor. Hey, we know fans, coaches, everybody knows when you're not playing hard. So just do that. Everything will take care of itself.
In their first round matchup against Clemson, he played 20 minutes, had 14 points, 4 rebounds, and a steal. Next round against number 1 seeded Florida, where they won, he had 14 points, he had 4 fouls, a steal, 5 rebounds, and 18 minutes. And then the game after that against Nebraska that they won, played 29 minutes, shot 6 of 7, 2 for 3 from 3, and 16 points, 3 steals, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. So this guy, he was coming off the bench, but it seems like with those numbers, he can definitely be a starter.
Yeah, we'll have to see when he gets here. I don't want to jump the gun too much just on what he can do, but hey, we're on the right track just building personnel. Like, you gotta know your personnel. And right now we're just building from personnel and what could fit in our system. So we're on the right track as far as that. None of these guys have ever seen court time with each other. So get the team together, and these guys have to get in the gym and get chemistry immediately. Hey, Derby Bowl, go, go to Dirt Bowl, son, go hoop, man, go hoop together and dominate, stuff, man. So yeah, that's what we doing, man. Shout out them.
All right. We'll go ahead and jump into this conversation with Wayne Blackshear. Appreciate everybody for joining us. Thank you, 35KY Sports, Unrivaled, Derek A. Stewart, Realtor, and Best Way. Head into Unrivaled. You can click the link in the description of both Spotify and YouTube for that free $26 wash. Head into Best Way, get $100 off your new item. All their locations run in the middle of this ad, or running the ad in the middle of this episode. And then go to Derek A. Stewart and grab you a house.
Yes, sir. Make sure y'all follow Spilling the Veil on all social media platforms. We're trying to get to our 500 subscriber count. So please share, tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend, you know,
To tell a friend.
to tell a friend. And follow us on all platforms. Shout out Derek A. Shout out Best Way. Shout out Unrivaled. Shout out 35KY. And yeah, man, we got a lot of big stuff coming up. So man, appreciate everybody that's been in tune with us. And yeah, man, till next time.
Just wanted to take a second and give a big shout out to Best Way, home of the low price guarantee or it's free, where you can get all your home furnishing needs on a deal. They have everything from smart refrigerators, washer dryer sets, 86-inch TVs, PS5s, Xboxes, all the way to reclining living room suites and bedroom suites. Best Way offers so many ways to pay, from retail to rent to own and even financing through Lendmark. With 2 locations in Indiana, 1 in New Albany and 1 in Jeffersonville, and 5 locations in Kentucky: Radcliffe, Dixie Highway, Hikes Lane, Shelbyville, and Shepherdsville. Stop by today and tell them that we sent you to get $100 off your new item. Now let's get back to the show. Today we're joined by another Louisville legend, McDonald's All-American, national champion, the only player in Louisville history to make it to a Sweet 16 in 4 straight years. Most NCAA tournament wins in Louisville history. All this guy knows is winning. All right. Please welcome to the show, Wayne Blackshear. Wayne, appreciate you for joining us.
I appreciate y'all for having me. For real.
Yes, sir. Man, we appreciate you. Appreciate you coming in. Wait, my bad. I didn't mean to cut you off, but man, we really appreciate you coming on to the show today. We lost you there.
Oh, we good.
Oh,
there we go.
Man, we really appreciate you coming on to the show today, Wayne. It's been a while since we got a chance to connect, but we're gonna definitely get into all this stuff, man. But just, man, thank you so much for making your appearance
for
today.
Real. Yep. Family, for real.
We'll get into kind of what you're up to today before we get into your Louisville career. We know that you're in the NIL world, and that's something that we kind of talk about a lot on this show. Can you kind of talk about what you're doing in the NIL world?
Yeah, so I'm head of the basketball division for 4D Sports. So 4D Sports, I'm also in partner with Preston Pace, who's also who played football at Louisville.
Yeah.
So he hit me up a few months back and asked me, did I want to be a part of it, because he was thinking about going the basketball route with this NIL space, because he was strictly just football. So, and we talked about it, everything made sense, so we just made it happen. And we signed a few kids as far as my on the basketball side, and we're trying to make some things happen so far.
Yeah. So I'm not too familiar, different generations. So I'm still not all the way informed just basically on the NIL. Can you kind of break down and kind of like, if you're introducing it to somebody that's new to it, and just kind of, can you break it down into I guess you say layman's terms or something?
I'm still learning too, because it changes so much. So, when Preston broke it down to me, it's all about, name, image, and likeness. But we also know about the rev share in the space as well. We just basically just the middleman, basically trying to represent them and get them the best options for schools possible. Now, every kid doesn't receive rev share at that. Some schools can just give them a scholarship instead of money as well. So it's not everyone doesn't receive money, in the NIL space. So for me, I'm just continuing to learn and things like that. We have signed 2 kids already, and we're in talks with some of the schools about their positions and things like that on their next moves. So we got a kid from DePaul, and then I have a kid here in Chicago as well. That's a senior that we're working with very closely and trying to get some things done. Because this would be trying to get the kid from DePaul to another situation to be my first time, in the negotiation room, trying to get the best deal for him, things like that. So I'm still a sponge trying to soak it all up as well.
Sure.
One thing that floats all over social media is like, so-and-so is asking for $3 million, $4 million. Like, what goes on like behind the scenes for like what is the market for a point guard right now, like a Power 5 point guard or a Power 5 center? Just like how do you break down somebody's asking price?
It's kind of hard to explain, but I mean, there's different. Everyone's different. Every school doesn't have the same amount of money. Every school is not willing to spend the same amount of money neither. So sometimes these kids got to take pay cuts, so they can get the better team and things like that. But I mean, the asking price for a Power 5 point guard, I mean, you can easily start out at $500K for these 5-star kids. Even guys that's coming off the bench is getting paid about 300. So it depends on the situation, the school, and what we're looking for as a player. Now, you getting up into the millions and things like that, that's a whole nother situation, and that's very serious. College isn't the same as we know it. Things is just not the same,
Yeah,
as
it's
far as I
not.
know.
It's
It's just
different.
not. It's very different, and it's
Yeah.
continuing to change throughout the season. So I can guarantee you some things are going to be in place for next year as well that we haven't seen with this NIL space, because I bet we wish we had this when we was around.
You think there's some things they still need to iron out? Just seems like everything is a bit all over the place, and it is new, so you're gonna make some errors and just
Yeah, I mean, it's always room for improvement. I think for me personally, I think far as the portal goes, it needs to be a little more structured. I don't think
yeah,
every kid should just go to a school, pick up and leave after 1 year. I think it should be a little more structured in that area of some sort. Um, but that's the only issue I have. Now, as far as money
yeah,
goes, get your money.
yeah,
If
for
you can
sure.
get it, go get it. I
Yeah,
don't have a
yeah,
problem
yeah,
with that.
mm,
Because we wish we was in this position because they think this is the
yeah,
new normal. This is not. We
yeah,
couldn't even accept a pair of socks back in the day when
man,
we were
for
playing
real.
college basketball or anything like that. So that's the only thing I have concern, because it puts the kids in high school that is talented, that's not highly recruited though, neither,
Mhm.
in a tough position as well. And it's a lot of talented kids out here that's not highly recruited that you can find usually back in the day, a diamond in the rough probably, and they just not gonna get those same opportunities now that they did before.
Yeah.
So you came into Louisville as a McDonald's All-American, 4-star, 5-star recruit, and how much do you think if NIL, like a McDonald's All-American, how much like do you ever
Uh,
think of just, geez?
Uh that's hard to say. We all know how Coach P is, so I don't know. We definitely would have had a conversation with Coach P about that. But I mean, coming in as a 5-star McDonald's All-American, I would have been up there with the other kids. I would say what they're getting now.
I don't know if the camera froze on your end, but it did TJ dirty.
I mean, Shane Behannon came in as a McDonald's All-American too. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, Coach P would have definitely had his hands full probably with both of us, but we probably would have made it make sense. I wanted to go to Louisville when Coach P first came around. I was a Louisville fan growing up, and I knew Louisville was gonna be my home. Like we said earlier, I was on the campus when I committed almost every weekend, just to be a part of that situation and things like that. And for me personally, Louisville was always going to be my first pick, regardless.
So coming in as a McDonald's All-American and you come in with an injury too, and that kind of derails your whole freshman season. Do you think that whole freshman year, it kind of built you mentally to stronger to like, okay, I'm not where I want to be right now, but I'm going to work through it. I got to get to where I want to be, instead of maybe in the transfer portal era, maybe somebody's like, hey, I'm going to give you this much money. I don't care if you didn't play a freshman year.
It's always something. When I got my injuries, I haven't been injured up until that point, so I was definitely mentally out of it. I didn't know what to expect. Coach P definitely we talked about every option as far as red shirting or how long would the timetable be for me coming back. So we did what was best for me, and I agreed to it. We didn't red shirt my freshman year. We knew if I got the surgery, it'd be a 3-month period for me to come back and things like that. So even stepping into this new era, if I was in that situation, I would have just probably did what was best for me. If a school were to approach me, I got to make sure it's a great fit for me. But I still haven't even gave Louisville an opportunity if I was hurt to even step on the court to know if that would be a good fit. Sometimes all money isn't good money. You know, don't chase the money sometimes. That'll come as long as you're doing your job. You know, if you put the work in and you dedicated to your craft, the money's gonna come.
One thing I did want to bring up about that McDonald's All-American game, I did come across an interview before that game. It was you, Shane, AD,
I know interview,
and
yeah.
Marcus Stig. Do you remember anything about that interview? And just what was that whole atmosphere like?
Man, everyone in that interview was all cool with each other. We all know each other from camps and just growing up in the basketball world. So we was just talking smack to each other, knowing the rivalry between UK and Louisville. So we was just defending, you know, our ground or whatever. And it's crazy that we actually end up playing each other in the Final Four. Like, who would have imagined from that time to the time of the Final Four that we'd actually be matched up with UK and Louisville at the same time and competing against all each other. And it was fun too, man. That atmosphere, like I always say, I really got to experience the full stint of college basketball. Like being ranked #1, going to a Final Four, winning a national championship, winning the Big East championship. Like I really got to experience the highest level of that. And you know, TJ, playing for Coach P can be very, very tough. You know, especially as like freshmen, because he demands a lot. Because at that time, we definitely didn't know if we were going to play. I'm coming off injury. Shane doing his thing. Kevin's trying to get cleared. So it was like a little chaos going all over the place. But, I mean, Coach P definitely got us all together at the right moments, at the right times to make a push and a run at that time.
Do I still sound crazy?
No, we're
Nah,
good.
you
You
good
cleared
now.
up. You
Yeah,
cleared
you
up.
good.
Looking real good
Okay.
now.
Okay.
Look like a
Okay.
model.
Yeah, thanks, man. Thank you. You know, I tried doing. I was just doing ointments. It's just the cocoa butter I've been using.
Ooh.
But no, to kind of bounce back what you just said, it was very tough to play under Coach P because he was so demanding. You know, almost to perfection.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
that's kind. But I like I was just saying earlier, just the process of his infectiousness and his spirit and him always holding, you got to making you hold yourself accountable, you know, because he's gonna give you 100%, but he's challenging you to give your don't do it from. He used to always say, "Don't do it for me. Don't do it for yourself." You know, do it for
Yeah.
yourself. Go out there and work hard for yourself, for your family, your mom, your granny,
Exactly.
and all those. Don't think about him. Don't think about anybody else but those people. And so that's what ultimately influenced me to make my decision to come to the University of Louisville. Then, like Wayne said, when he got here, just the embracement of the fans and how they took to us
Yeah.
as players. We walked around like we're in the NBA, you know, with no NIL. We didn't have $1 million in our pocket. You know, we were just trying to figure it
Not
out.
at all.
But we bonded off the spirit of the game and the
Yep.
will to win. We wanted to win.
And people don't know how important that and like team chemistry is so important to winning. Like how we interact off the court was so important how we played on the court. Like we were all literally real brothers on the court, off the court. We were all so cool, even with our managers. You know, our managers, we was hanging out with our managers all the
Right.
time. So it was a real family. And you can tell the way we played. We always held each other accountable if somebody's messing up. You know, Peyton to call us out. I mean, Peyton called me out a couple times. If Russ messing up, we tell Russ, you know, and no one took offense to it. He was like, I bet, I got you. I got your back. I'm going to make sure this right. Because one thing for sure, you do not want that to show up on the film. Because if that show up on the film, yo, you're not going to hear the end of it. So,
we do the segment Good, Bad, and the Ugly too. So
oh man,
we've been doing
so
that all
have you
year.
ever been in a game, TJ, where like we leading up into the game, we in the game, and you know the scout report, but you messed up, and you be like, damn, that's gonna be on the film. That's crazy. You think about film more than the game at that point because you know it's gonna come up. So I always thought about it that way, yo.
You know what used to be funny?
Yeah.
You know it used to be funny. Like we have a bad game. I forget we had a bad game. We got blitzed, and Coach P didn't even. He made them put together the good, bad, and the ugly immediately. So to where as soon as we got on the bus, it was just playing. All that stuff just start playing. So we didn't even have time to process it, to even think about. He just look at this guy. Look at yourself. Look at yourself. You don't want to play. Yeah, you don't deserve to wear a University of Louisville basketball jersey, son. You should just go work at the YMCA or something. You don't deserve to be here. I'm like, man.
You know, I know exactly what you're talking about. That happened after we lost a 5 overtime game, I think, to Notre Dame. We on the bus. It's quiet.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, he just started calling everybody up one by one. Because
Right.
all you hear is getting cursed out, and then we walk back, call the next person up. You finna get cursed out. He went
Yeah.
down the entire line on the whole team. Even if you didn't play, you got cursed out for something.
Yeah.
But it was fun playing for Coach P though too, man. At the same time, people
Yeah.
thought it was crazy when I told them our schedule on a day-to-day basis. You know, you
Right.
got
Right.
your class in the morning, then you got an hour individual, hard individual, then you got study hall, then you got weights, then you got your
Weights.
3-hour and 30-minute practice hard every day.
Study
So it's
hall.
up to you if you want to complain about it, because next man up.
Right. And I mean, and at that time, we really felt like we were afforded the world just to have the opportunity to play for a Hall of Fame coach and to get to play in a city like Louisville. Remember, there's no NBA teams. If you go to Indiana, okay, you got the Pacers,
Yeah.
but we're essentially the pro team in this city. So I learned a lot of life lessons, just
Absolutely.
playing for this program, a brotherhood. I built a brotherhood because we always had one saying, you don't want to be that guy. You never want to be that guy. Meaning you don't want to be the guy that if I'm looking to the right and I see Wayne, he's hustling, he's grinding, he's trying to get every rebound, he's trying to block shots, he's working so hard. Then I might look to the left of me and I see Preston, he's dogging, he's diving on the floor for the ball. And I let a ball just roll right past my feet and I don't try to get on the floor.
You're selfish. Yeah.
I'm selfish. And what's gonna hold me accountable? Coach P, he's gonna be smacking his foot on the ground. He's gonna be tapping his foot. Yeah, get it, son. But my brothers are gonna hold me, teammates. And honestly, that means more to me represent for them than it would just stand out Coach P or anything, because we're essentially out there in the war.
We got TJ switching over to the phone right now, get rid of all those internet connection issues. But one thing I wanted to ask about was after that injury, like your sophomore, junior year, did you ever feel, because I mean, you had Shane and Peyton. Besides that, we didn't really get McDonald's All-Americans. Like, did you ever feel pressure of the fan base being like, all right, we need this, or did you ever feel any type of pressure?
I would say I felt that pressure probably. I didn't feel it a lot, but at times I did, because I felt like at times I wasn't, performing the way I thought I should have been performing and things like that. But I also had great support from the fans as well. They was always behind me, and Shane was always out the gate. He was consistent out the gate. It took me a little bit more time to really figure out my role on the team. Coming from a McDonald's All-American and then coming from a situation where I was like the first option or anything like that, and then having to fill myself in. But I think I was very solid in the sense of we just had good guys on our team, talented guys. I think I averaged maybe my sophomore year, maybe 8 to 9 points a game. I mean, our highest average on the team was Russ, and that was around maybe 14 points a game. So I just, at that time, I knew winning was very important for us, and I just accepted my role on what I was given. I didn't care what it was. All I wanted to do was win at that time, and I really wasn't focused on individually at that time when people thought I could have been probably a little more selfish at times and things like that. So, like Coach P always said, I played for the name on the front, and that name on the back gets rewarded, because now, even today, man, people still remember our Louisville teams and things like that. So, I mean, I don't look at it that way. I looked at it like, I was a team player and it paid off in the long run, because we had 2 back-to-back Final Fours in the national championship with 2 Big East championships and an AAC championship. We were winning a lot of games.
Win.
That's all our focus was winning. It wasn't about individual stats for us. So that's just how I approached it day in and day out.
Were there any other coaches too? You got it, TJ.
Oh, So, what other schools were recruiting you at that time before you came to Louisville?
Oh, so my top five, it was Louisville, UK had offered me, Marquette, Texas, and DePaul snuck in at the end a little
Well,
bit. Yeah. Yeah.
okay. Yeah, my boy had options. Yeah,
Man,
options
I
out there.
had I had schools calling left and right at that time in high school and things like that. Okay, go
Go
Charger.
ahead. Go
Are
ahead,
there
Blake.
any other coaches on the assistant staff that really played pivotal in your developmental years?
Um, well, when I was Coach Bellato, Coach Mike Bellato, man, he was really tight. Coach Keys, I had a great relationship with all our coaches. I never had a problem with anybody. They always got on me when they felt like I wasn't doing enough and told me what I needed to work on to improve. Even Coach P. You know, it was times I wanted to go home in the summer, and Coach P definitely told me, like, no, I think you need to stay here, get bigger, stronger, stay in the weight room and stay in the gym like that. So I would just say shout out to all my coaches, assistant coaches on the staff, man, because we had so many coming in and out too at the same time. We had a new coaching staff almost every year. So I developed a great relationship with all those guys, and they were good for the team. Everyone got along with it, man. When I say we all got along, man, I mean like everyone got along. No one took anything personal from the coaching staff to the players to Fred to nothing. So
Yeah, shout out
that
Fred.
yeah,
Shout
man,
out
that took
Coach
a
D.
man. Shout out to both of them. I love Fred to death too. That's my guy.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
One thing I heard about like your all's practices is Coach P was always like the hands-on type guy, and it was very rare for like Richard Pitino one year. Like he was leading practice, and you
Oh
kind of
yeah.
knew he was going to be a head coach the next year. I think the similar thing with Coach Keats. Like, what were those whole practice environments like year to year?
So that happened my freshman year. Richard came in. That was I think Richard maybe his first year with us. And yeah, he ran practice every day for us. And he did a great job. Coach P would just sit on top of his balcony and things like that. He'll direct some things like that. But for the most part, Richard ran every practice for us pretty much my freshman year. Did a great job on scouting, getting us prepared for every matchup that we had. So shout out to Richard too, man. He did a great job stepping in at that time and developing us as a young team too, because we was a very young team. We had 5 freshmen coming in. We had some injuries with Rock, Mike Mara, with some ACLs. So we were very young. Russ wasn't Russ yet. Russ didn't know he was going to be Russ at that time neither. So we was all just excited at the time and just eager to get on the court and compete. So we trust Richard and what he was doing. Richard was very like hands-on with us, cracking jokes and things like that, making everybody comfortable. So yeah, shout out Richard, man.
What's your favorite treadmill story, man? I got a lot, man. But what's your favorite treadmill story?
All right, so I think this is my this is my junior or senior year. And so Coach P switched some things up. So he used to put our names on the wall. Everybody get a name on the wall.
Okay.
So if you mess up anything, you get a mark on the wall, right? So the only way you can get that mark off, if you get a deflection, a steal, a
Right.
charge, offensive rebound. So by the end of practice, however marks you got on the wall, that's how long you got to run on the treadmill. Yo, we had a freshman. I ain't gonna put him out there. We had a guy on the team. He had 30 marks, yo, and he had to run for 2 days straight, bro. Yo, I couldn't believe, and he had to run after practice, and before practice again, bro. I couldn't make that up. That was the most craziest thing I seen.
Hey,
I'm like,
Coach,
you just ain't trying at this point. Like you just
hey,
messing up, bro.
Coach P was real good. He set up like what they call content, right? These days,
Yeah.
he'll set up the content for the locker room. So whatever you messed up in, we go clown you. It ain't that big, but we get to that locker room, we gonna roast you about that, man. Like, man, Coach P said you
Man.
ain't doing it. You need to get it
Yo,
together.
he sent a manager to the treadmill for messing up the clock in practice, bro.
For
I
sure.
promise you. I forgot
Yeah,
what manager it was. I can't remember. Sent him to the treadmill on 10
yeah.
speed too. Everybody got on that treadmill, man. I don't care who you was. Russ, Peyton. Everybody got a taste of that treadmill, man. Gorgie.
Everybody.
I don't think Gorgie got on the treadmill actually, but everybody else did.
Yeah, yeah.
You played with, I mean, so much talent, arguably the most talent in anybody's career. Like, you played with Peyton, Terry Rozier, Montrezl Harrell. Like, you saw Montrezl Harrell's kind of growth from the beginning to end. How much did you kind of see him change from the national championship year? He's a freshman, kind of coming into his own behind Shane Bohannon, and then your senior year, he's kind of like a big star on the team, and everybody can kind of see he's about to be NBA bound.
He so yeah, when Trez came in, you definitely right away, you knew he was pretty, he had a motor, but you saw the change in him every practice. He was just getting his confidence up every practice, and it was getting scary too. Because Trez, the way he playing in the games, literally how he practiced as well. Same energy, 100% and everything. So seeing his development was very impressive, and that's my boy to this day. I actually just talked to Trez not too long ago, and we have a great relationship. But seeing Trez development, seeing like he wasn't a big time recruit, he was a preseason All-American and things like that. Went on to play in the NBA. That just lets you know like the work you put in at Louisville for real. Like you don't have to be a high ranked guy to get where you're trying to go. As long as you put the work in, it's gonna show. So Trez he definitely put the work in. But I would say this: when I came in as a freshman, man, Shane held it down, man. Yo, Shane was putting in work.
Shane was
Like
tough.
Shane was, man, he was so tough, so athletic, bro. And he a freak athlete in the sense of I can say it now. Shane would be out all night, bro.
Yeah.
He'd come to the gym. He'd eat a Big Mac, a large fry, and a Sprite, and be the best person in the gym. No BS, bro. I promise you. And I'd be like, looking like, how is this dude doing this, bro? And then go out again right after practice. I'm like, I don't know how he does it, but
Man.
he definitely Shane was different, bro.
Yeah.
I was lucky to just be a fly on the wall. Last year, the TBT team was practicing up at Shoot 360 Louisville, and I work up there a little bit. And
Oh,
I mean, you had Montrez was up there, and you talk about that practice, like it was a TBT practice, and he is not taking off one bit, and he's
Oh
holding
no.
everybody
No.
accountable.
So here's another funny story. My senior year, we're a young team. We lost everybody. I'm the only senior at this time. Trez is the only junior. We got Terry at this time. So the rest of the guys is pretty much sophomores and like freshmen. So all the big men, Trez was so intimidating that he was scaring all the big man freshmen. I ain't gonna say scare all of them, but you can definitely see like they couldn't hold their own against him to the point where like Coach P had to match me up against Trez in practice like that because it was just getting out of hand. Trez was just dominating them in practice, but it made them better though down the line though too.
Yeah.
And you can tell that it made them better just by guarding Trez in practice with the intensity level that he brings. Because Trez bring it every day. If you're not ready to practice, like in our practice, if you think you can take a day off or a play off, you in for a rude awakening. You finna get exposed, all type of stuff. So you got to be ready to play every practice as much as the games, because our championship year, our practice, man, look, everybody was competing every day, bro. And out of my 4 years in Louisville, I remember this one game we played College of Charleston, and I don't know what happened. Coach P wanted to overly prepare us for this game. Man, we knew everything College of Charleston was doing. We end up beating them so bad. I never seen Coach P just say, "Bring it in, I got nothing to say," and we just bopped out. That's how perfect that game was. That's how perfect that game was to him, I think. So we were so locked in. Everything he was saying, we were so locked in to details on everything Coach wanted us to do that year, man. I think we was like the perfect college team at that time that you want in a championship team because we had everything you needed.
Facts. Have you been ever to like? I heard Larry O'Bannon talk about. I think he was just out a party one time, and Coach P was there, and it was first time kind of interacting outside of a locker room environment, and he was still coaching him. I think it was like a defensive stance or something. He's getting on him about his defensive stance. Did you ever have any interactions after playing for Coach P? And it's like, this is kind of awkward right now.
No, I haven't, but I do remember one time. Me and Shane used to just be doing anything. After we won the Big East championship, Coach P was partying down somewhere. Me and Shane tried to sneak in there. We seeing Coach P going crazy in there. Like he was having too much fun, but they wouldn't let us in though. They wouldn't let us in. But I do remember that like clear as day though. Like me and Shane used to just be doing all type of stuff, man. But Coach P, I will say this about Coach P. As like I ain't gonna say strict, but he's
Demanding.
very focused, yeah, very demanding on the court, but off the court, Coach P is one of the coolest coaches to be around. You can joke with him and all that type of stuff. Like I always remember, like if we always had to go to New York or we played in Miami, we always left a day early, and he always would give us a day to ourselves to kind of relax, do what we want to do, and things like that. So Coach P was always cool off the court. You can always go to him and talk to him about things like that.
Yeah. Hold on, Blake. So you played what? Give me some of your favorite places to play overseas. So you played overseas for a while. So give me some of your favorite places that you touched overseas.
Love playing in Italy. I played for Pistoia in first league. Love that place. Them people like they take basketball serious over there. So I love playing there. But I played in Poland. I didn't really much care for Poland, but my favorite place I played, hands down, was Finland.
You was
Love
in Finland? I was in Finland
bro.
too, man. I was
in Helsinki. I was in the city.
Oh, you was in Helsinki. I went to Helsinki.
That's why I loved it so much, bro. It was like everybody talk English. It was very Americanized. We were winning. When you overseas, when you winning, everything is perfect. But for some reason, I just vibed in Finland more than the other places. Like I said though, Italy it's 1A and 1B for me with Finland and Italy.
Okay.
I didn't play it in. I played in DR. I didn't play it in Germany. I didn't play it in Poland. I didn't play where else I played in Lebanon and things like that. But those two places for sure was like my top two.
In Italy, did you play Olympia Milano? Was that the same?
Yeah, Milan. Yep. We played them. them. Me and Preston was actually teammates my rookie season in Italy.
Oh, nice.
That's my guy. That's my big bro right there. Shout out PK, man. I love
Preston. Shout
Preston.
out PK. Yeah, man.
That's my boy.
What was Italy like with you two hanging around there?
A lot of Louisville stories. Me and Preston used to just talk crazy to each other in practice and things like that, going back and forth. But it was always love, though. Like, he was teaching me about overseas and the living and what to expect. And I really appreciate that because I didn't know what to expect going overseas, So PK was definitely like a big brother for me over there, my rookie season and things like that. So that's a big bro right there.
Yeah, shout out Preston.
Louisville's been recruiting a point guard from Milan over there, Quinn Ellis, who's been heavily rumored to be Louisville involved. What can you say about their style of play? Like, if you're getting a point guard, he's about 6'4", 185. Like, what is some things you need to know about their league?
Who, Milan?
Yeah.
Well, when we played them, I don't know how their style is now, but back then, they was pretty a tempo team. I forgot they had a guy named Gentili, I think, at that time got drafted by the Rockets. They had a Charles Jenkins. So they had a very vet team at that time. So they was always tough. I think we ended up losing to them, actually. It was a close game, though. But Milan is always a tough EuroLeague team from their style of play to the players that they get, very professional and things like that. So I can't really speak on their style of play now because I haven't, been keeping up with them, though. But, I mean, like we said, though, how the college is now, you got the portal. Then you got the G League and overseas guys coming in. Then you got like maybe the JUCO guys, maybe prep, and then the other lower tier like high school kind of leftover guys like that. So, I mean, I hope we can get them, make the team even better this year. I tuned in to games this season.
So we had Chris Smith on our last episode, and we kind of had a little bit of a jersey talk with the infrareds, and you went through like the prime of Louisville jerseys. Like, you had the infrared, you had the camo jerseys. Your senior year, I feel like those are some slept on jerseys. The white with the kind of the black stripes or black sleeves. Those were sweet. What are your favorite that you wore throughout Louisville?
That's a good question. You know what? My favorite ones, and we never got to wear them, was the championship year, the all red sleeve jerseys. We never got to wear those. Those
Yeah.
was tough, bro. Like those were super tough. And then our whiteout jerseys was always tough, I felt like. But the infrared would be a classic because that was just totally different than anybody probably seen. So I think I'll go with
Facts.
infrared probably because no one probably seen that before. So and we won a lot of games in those jerseys.
Yeah. That's what
Yeah.
everybody kind of
I'm
says
all
is like
about
when
winning,
they
bro.
came out.
I love to win, bro. I love winning more than anything. Like that's my mindset when I step on the court or if I'm coaching someone or even working guys out. I just want them to have a winning mentality because that's what I know. And I know what it takes to win. So
Yeah, I'd say being the only Louisville player with thousands of players in 4 years to make it to the Sweet 16 every year. Yeah, I'd say, a little bit about winning.
yeah, man. I love it. It ain't no better feeling than winning, man.
Right.
So,
Hello.
one thing I did wanted to ask as well is you're the kind of the latest Louisville. We've had Rain Smith on as well, but outside of that, like the latest of the Coach P era. And so one thing we haven't talked about, like what was Terry Rozier like in a locker room and on the court? One thing
Funny.
I'll say, I'll appreciate Terry because at the Derby Classic, I was a kid. I remember I went down to get his autograph. I just had a surgery and everything, feeling bad. It's like, hey Terry, can you sign this? Had security run down. Like, no autographs, no autographs. And Terry's like, hey, if you meet me in the lane when you're walking out of Freedom Hall, like you can drop stuff from where the fans are. He's like, just drop it down there. I'll sign it to him. So he signed it and everything. He made sure I got it. It's like, hey, he could have made sure he didn't sign that, but he went out of his way to make sure he signed that. So I got a little bit of love for Terry, no matter what's going on right now. So I'll give you a little bit.
Hey, look, T-Row, my guy, man. I love Terry. I was gonna say Terry. I love Terry, man. As a freshman, we knew Terry was gonna be different when he first came in as a freshman, But off the court, man, Terry was so funny to be around, always joking, laughing. But one thing I will say, Terry always did. Terry would go out if he wanted to go out party and things like that. Terry was in that gym, no matter what time it was. It could be 2 a.m, 3 a.m. He going back in that gym to go work out. But Terry that's my guy right there. That's my boy.
Sure.
Final thing that I've
Pete.
got for you is, with all the talent that you played with, Montrez, Peyton, Russ, who are some guys that you kind of feel like slipped under the radar and just never kind of got the respect that they deserved?
That's a good question. I got to think about that one. I would say he got it at the end, but in the beginning it was a little rough. Luke finally put it together at close to the end, but when he finally put it together, he went under the radar no more. But I think the surprise one was when Russ had his coming out party, like when Russ started putting it together and things like that, because I don't think Russ played that much as a freshman. So when we started seeing Russ in practice, we like, yo, Russ. I'm like, Russ is stupid nice, yo. Like,
Man, hold
and
on.
then
I could tell about Russ, man. I knew he was gonna be nice. He was like 150 soaking wet. And he came in, he ain't even graduated high school. Man, he came and lit our whole open gym up. That boy was doing moves I've never seen nobody do before. They try to double team him. Preston, I'm talking about Preston. It's a good defender. He say Preston, he bloop, put it through his leg. I said, yo, how you do that?
Russ is the first unorthodox guy I've ever seen play basketball.
Yeah.
I would never forget. We played Syracuse. Russ went 1-on-5 against Syracuse and got an N1. I said, yo, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's still crazy. And I don't think people know Russ shot a free throw with his left hand in the Elite 8 game.
I don't remember.
And it threw me off. It threw me off too. Cause I'm like, hold on. I know he ain't just shoot that with his left hand, yo. I'm like, and I just shook my head. I'm like, yeah, that's Russ for you right there. Russ, my bro, man. I talk to Russ all the time. That's my guy too. I still stay in touch with a lot of those guys. I talk to Peyton. I talk to Luke, Russ, Montrez. I just talked to Shane yesterday. So I still got a great relationship with all those guys still, man. It's all love, even when we haven't seen each other and we get together and things like that. So I love my Louisville family for life.
I noticed that I had one more, but you brought up Luke Hancock, and I know did he have a torn labrum as well?
He did.
So that's kind of the same injury that you had, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was the year we both came in when I was a freshman. When he just came in, I think he had tore his labrum at that time too, or just
So
coming back off of it, or something like that.
I remember Coach
So
P saying like he couldn't even lift at the beginning of the season. He couldn't even lift his arm above his shoulder. So like, how
yeah,
much did you see him change through that year?
a lot because mine was a little different. I guess they said I was double jointed, so and Luke wasn't. So my process was a little easier because of that. His was very limited, and they had to, do some extra work with Luke at that time, and it was messing with his shot a little bit and things like that. But I would say this: me and Luke had some battles in practice, but Luke was one of the hardest guys. I'm gonna give you two guys that was hard to guard: Cal Curry and Luke Hancock. Those was two of the hardest guys because they're not. Well, Cal's more athletic, but Luke, he was just so smart. Like he wasn't overly athletic and things like that. But Cal, he was athletic and he can shoot, and he just knew what to do at that time. So I learned a lot from both of them coming in as a. Well, I learned a lot from Cal my freshman year, and then moving forward with Luke, I just learned from just battling with him in practice on little tricks that he do. Trying to get a cut foul and things like that, or how to get to the free throw line. So Luke, my guy, man. I called ourselves the Splash Bros at that time because me and him was shooting the cover off the ball at that time at Louisville.
Facts.
For sure.
I think Shane,
For sure.
even on this show, Shane said you're the best shooter he's ever been around. So hey, take that award home with you, Wayne.
Man, look, I appreciate that because I came in as a scorer and developed as a shooter. So I got that shot down pack when I came in with Coach P. So I definitely put that work in and get that shot consistently because I think at one point I was shooting like 42 from that three.
That's what he said is you came in as like somebody that's doing it all, and Coach P kind of forced you to be more of a shooter.
I wouldn't say he forced me to be a shooter. I think I limit myself on working on putting myself in a different position, maybe. But how our offense was ran, it kind of forced me to be in the corner a little bit more than I thought I would be. But I was cool with it. I accepted that. I knew for me to be on the court, I got to be able to shoot the ball, and I put the work in to develop that shot because I wasn't a knockdown shooter like that coming out of high school, So I definitely put the work in and the time in to develop my shot, to develop myself even when I became a pro. Because when I became a pro, it got much easier after that.
For sure, man. Hey,
Yeah.
Wayne, we definitely want to have you on the show again. Minus the technical difficulties.
Yeah, zero
and all
technical difficulties next time.
No, it's all love. I mean, do y'all do in person? I'm gonna be coming up to Louisville.
Good things coming.
Got you.
But definitely in-person interview because there's still some more questions that I wanted to get into that I didn't really get into, just all the stuff. But
yeah, it's all good.
Man, brother, I appreciate you, man, and I'm gonna hit you offline just to kind of talk more about that NIL stuff and what's going on with that. You're gonna be in Louisville. You said this summer?
Yeah, I'll be down there for the TBT.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, sweet.
Okay.
We'll
Is that
be
announced?
TBT.
We can be.
Are you hooping?
We just in town. Okay.
Are you just coming? Okay.
I'm
Everybody
done,
asks me.
Man. I got too many injuries I can't come back from right now.
I told him, I'm like, don't ask me no more, man. My knees just washed
Yeah,
up.
I played the first year when we came around, but I'm like, my body hurt. I can't do it no more. But I'll be down there in Louisville. I'm definitely gonna be making it to more games for next year during the season and things like that. So I'll definitely be down there in Louisville this summer.
Are you in Chicago now? You back in Chicago?
Yeah, yep. I'm still in Chicago. Yep.
Sweet.
Oh, okay. All right, man. Well, shout out to the little man. Hey, little man, you want to say something to the people?
Say what's up, Louisville?
Throw them L's up, baby.
Yeah. Dad's a legend. Your dad's a legend.
Yes, sir.
He tried to. Okay.
Zoltan.
We appreciate you.
I appreciate y'all, bro.
Is there anything you'd let the people know before we head out?
Oh, yeah. Promote your stuff.
Yeah, so working on getting my AAU team, Blackshear Elite, under control. Like I said, I work with 4D Sports as well. If you're looking for representation, holler at us. We trying to make our name in that space, and I'm trying to make a name for myself as well. So shout out to all my Louisville fans, and can't wait for the new season to come and things like that. So I'm excited.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna definitely bring you on because we're gonna need some more of your input and your insight moving forward during the season and all the upcoming, big major moves that are coming in. So we definitely gonna want you to come back on, just kind of give
Yeah,
us
for
some
sure.
updates on stuff, man. So appreciate you, Wayne, man. Thank you so much, man. For
Still got that
sure.
young
No
man
problem, man.
hairline.
Yeah,
Look at
just
that.
let me know. Just hit me
And
up.
I
You
don't,
got my number too, Blake. So just
Yeah, I got you.
give it to
yeah,
TJ, and we all
I
good.
and I don't like you right now because you still got your hairline. So get off the camera. I don't, I don't like you
Man,
right now, bro.
I need a haircut, man. My son just took my hat off, man.
My
All right,
boy,
man.
man.
Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate you.
All
All
love,
right,
bro.
listen, love.
All
All
right.
right.